Hello students, welcome to my channel Learning History Made Easy. In today's video, I will be continuing with the chapter-wise important question series. Today's video will be about chapter 4.8 Rashtrakutas. Before getting into the video, if anyone is seeing the channel for the first time or if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and share it with your friends, and also click the bell button to receive notifications whenever I upload new videos. So without wasting time, let us get into today's video. So the first question, what was the royal emblem of the Rashtrakutas? Garuda. Which was the capital of the Rashtrakutas? Manyaketa. Who was the greatest ruler of the Rashtrakutas? Amogavarsha. Name any two titles of Dhruva. Dharavarsha, Srivallabha. Name any two titles of Amogavarsha, Srivallabha, Nrupatunga. Which was the first literary work in Kannada? Kaviraja Marga. Who was called Ubhayakavi Chakravarti? Ponna. Who patronized Ponna? Krishna III. Who is called Adikavi of Kannada? Pampa. Who patronized Pampa? Arikesari II. Who built the Kailasanatha temple and where? Krishna I at Ellora. Name any two works of Ponna, Shantinatha Purana and Bhuvanaikya Ramabhyudaya. Name any two works of Pampa, Vikramarjuna Vijaya Adi Purana. Now next is a long answer question. Describe the cultural contributions of Rashtrakutas. So now let us see how will we answer the question. Cultural contribution of Rashtrakutas. So the question is about cultural contribution of Rashtrakutas. So which are the main points which should be included in this answer? So when a question is asked about cultural contribution of Rashtrakutas, first is about a religion. Rashtrakuta rulers had great quality of religious tolerance. So regarding religion, the Rashtrakuta rulers were showing great tolerance. They followed Vedic religion and patronized Jainism and Buddhism. So they followed Vedic religion and they also patronized Jainism and Buddhism. Now regarding the most important king of Rashtrakutas, that is Amogavarsha. Amogavarsha was a staunch devotee of Kolhapur Mahalakshmi. Amogavarsha was a staunch devotee of Kolhapur Mahalakshmi, and the king even gave donations. Amogavarsha was famous for giving donations to Brahmanas and respected them. Okay, so many donations were given to Brahmanas and respected them. So these many points you can write regarding the religious tolerance of the Rashtrakuta kings. Now regarding their contribution to literature, Rashtrakuta contribution to literature, the kings were great patrons of literature. So the kings were patrons of literature, and the first Kannada work, that is Kaviraja Marga, which was the first Kannada work, it was composed by Sri Vijaya. Sri Vijaya composed Kaviraja Marga, which was the first Kannada work. Now Ponna, a very famous personality in literature, Ponna, he lived in the court of Krishna III. Krishna III patronized Ponna. So Ponna lived in the court of Krishna III, and he wrote many important works. Two important works written by Ponna. One is Shantinatha Purana, and another one is Bhuvanaikya Ramabhyudaya. So these were the two important works written by Ponna. So Ponna lived in the court of Krishna III, and his two important works are Shantinatha Purana and Bhuvanaikya Ramabhyudaya. And Ponna had the title Ubhayakavi Chakravarti. Ubhayakavi Chakravarti was the title of Ponna. So these many points are regarding Ponna. Now, continuing with the contribution of Rashtrakutas in literature, the next important personality was Pampa. Pampa, he lived in the court of Arikesari, and he wrote two important works. That is, the first important work is Vikramarjuna Vijaya, and another important work, Vikramarjuna Vijaya, is Pampa Bharata, and another important work written by him was Adi Purana. Okay, so Pampa lived in the court of Arikesari too, and he wrote Vikramarjuna Vijaya and Adi Purana. Pampa is very famous as Adi Kavi of Kannada. Okay, Adi Kavi of Kannada. Pampa is very famous. Another important personality, that is Shivakotyacharya. He wrote the book Vadaradhane. Okay, so this was another important contribution in literature during that time, and this Shivakotyacharya's Vadaradhane, it is called the first prose work of Old Kannada. Now, during this time, other than Kannada literature, Sanskrit literature also developed during this time, and one of the most important book was written by Amogavarsha himself, that is Prashnottara Ratnamala by Amogavarsha. Amogavarsha is the most important Sanskrit work written during that time. So these were the contributions in the field of literature which was done by the Rashtrakutas. Next, moving on to the contribution in art and architecture. The Rashtrakutas gave wonderful contribution in art and architecture. The first important example is the Kailasanatha temple at Ellora. And here in this temple there are 34 cave temples. 34 cave temples at Ellora, and 5 of them belong to Hinduism. 5 of these cave temples belong to Hinduism, and the monolithic stone temple of Kailasanatha is very famous, and this Kailasanatha temple is a monolithic stone temple, and this Kailasanatha temple was built by Krishna I. Monolithic Kailasanatha temple was built by Krishna I, and this temple is made in Dravida style. The architectural style is Dravida style of architecture. It is Dravida style of architecture in which the monolithic Kailasanatha temple was constructed by Krishna I. And the sculpture of Shiva Leela in this temple is very attractive. Shiva Leela sculpture here is very attractive, and there is also a Nandi Mantapa in front of the temple. And Dr. V.S. Smith has called this temple as one of the greatest artistic work of the world. Kailasanatha temple was considered by Dr. V.S. Smith as one of the greatest artistic work of the world. And the other Hindu temples, there are many other Hindu temples at Ellora, like the Shavatara temple, Ravana's cave, etc. So another contribution in the field of art and architecture during this time can be seen in the Elephanta Islands. This island is 6 miles from Mumbai, and there are 7 caves here. Okay, 7 caves. Its ancient name was Goravapuri. Okay, the ancient name of this Elephanta island area was Goravapuri. Okay, it was called as Goravapuri. And the Trimurti sculpture in the central cave is related to the 3 incarnations. So here in the 7 caves, in the central cave, there is the Trimurti sculpture. Trimurti sculpture is there in the central cave, and it is related to the three incarnations, that is creation, protection and destruction. Okay, regarding the three incarnations of God, that is creation, protection and destruction. And the paintings in the cave temples of Ellora are also the witness to the fact that they patronized painting. So we can also find paintings, that is cave paintings at Ellora, which is witness to the fact that they also encourage painting. So all these together are the contributions of Rashtrakutas to that is cultural contribution of Rashtrakutas. Now let us just go through the points which we have studied till now. Describe the cultural contributions of Rashtrakutas. Religion. Rashtrakuta rulers had the great quality of religious tolerance. They followed Vedic religion and patronized Jainism and Buddhism. Amogavarsha was a staunch devotee of Kolhapur Mahalakshmi. The king gave donations to Brahmanas and respected them. Literature. The kings were patrons of literature. Kavirajamarga, the first Kannada work, was composed by Sri Vijaya. Ponna lived in the court of Krishna III. He wrote Shantinatha Purana and Bhuvanekya Ramabhyudaya. He had the title Ubaya Kavi Chakravarti. Pampa lived in the court of Arikesri II. He wrote Vikramarjuna Vijaya and Adi Purana. He is called Adi Kavi of Kannada. Shivakote Acharya wrote Vaddharadhane. It is called the first prose work of Old Kannada. Sanskrit literature also developed well. Prashnottara Ratnamala by Amogavarsha is an important Sanskrit work. Art and architecture. Rashtrakuta rulers have given wonderful contribution to art and architecture. Ellora, Ajanta, Elephanta are the centers of their art. Ellora Kailasnatha temple. There are 34 cave temples at Ellora in Aurangabad district of Maharashtra. 5 of them belong to Hinduism. The monolithic stone temple of Kailasnatha is world famous. It was built by Krishna I in 770 CE. The temple is 164 feet long, 109 feet wide and 92 feet high. The temple is in Dravida style. The sculpture of Shiva Leela in this temple is very attractive. There is a Nandi Mantapa in front of the temple. There are 5 temples of subordinate deities around the Garbhagriha. Dr. V.S. Smith has called this temple as one of the greatest artistic works of the world. The other Hindu temples at Ellora are Ravana's cave, Dashavatara, Indrasabha, etc. Elephanta, this is an island 6 miles from Mumbai. It has 7 caves and its ancient name was Gauravapuri. The Trimurti sculpture in the central cave is related to the 3 incarnations of God, creation, protection and destruction. The idol, which is 18 feet high, is carved between 2 half pillars. The paintings in the cave temples of Ellora are a witness to the fact that they patronized painting. So all these are the points which you should write for this answer. So I hope you understood all the points very clearly. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Your likes and shares will be of a great encouragement for me to make more and more videos. So I hope to see you all soon in the coming video. Thank you for watching.